Faith and Obedience, Hall of Faith. Moses, our guy. Let's take a look.
Today's verse comes from Hebrews 11, verses 24 and 25. And it says, "It was by faith that Moses, when he grew up, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. He chose to share the oppression of God's people instead of enjoying the fleeting pleasures of sin."
Wow, that's really interesting because that verse takes place in the New Testament. But the story of Moses takes place in the Old Testament. So we're going to have to go back to the Old Testament
To figure out what's happening here.
Let's go.
Okay.
We'll put something over the top of this part.
Okay. Well, we made it back to the Old Testament. What do we have to look at, Brendan?
The story of Moses begins when he was a baby, and the baby gets put in a basket, and that basket gets put in a river. And there's an Egyptian princess in that river that picked up the basket and saw there was a baby. She then adopted that baby, and then Moses grew up as an Egyptian prince. It was pretty awesome. He was like the Prince of Egypt. It was pretty epic. But then he made some mistakes, and then went out into the desert and became Hebrew, right? And then God spoke to him and met him with a burning bush. And was like, you need to go back and to help save the people in Egypt. It's like, whoa.
I can't do that. I'm nervous of public speaking.
But God's like, no, yes you can. So Moses had faith. And then Moses goes back to Egypt. And then God saves the Hebrew people out of Egypt. You see, it took Moses having to overcome that fear with faith. And then the rest of that story could happen.
Wow.
I think we need to go back to the New Testament.
Oh, okay.
Once again, I think I'll put more different things over this part.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
We're now back in the present. What does faith and obedience have to do with Moses though? Like, because he didn't grow up an Egyptian. He became Hebrew again, and he obeyed God to set God's people free. Smart man he was.
Wait, so just like Moses, things that are like, should be comfortable and easy, and just because everyone else does it, we should choose to have faith in God's plan for our life so we can do amazing things for God.
Wow.
What a journey.
Today's challenge: have faith and obey God in everything you do, even if it seems like it's going to be even more difficult to do that.